Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled, and out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. A big day today for the Philadelphia Phillies as they take on the New York Yankees here in spring training. And really, the big headline coming on into today, of course, is that Andrew Painter is making his 2026 debut today. Oh, man. I did ask in my poll question down below, how many strikeouts do you guys think that Andrew Painter is going to have in his debut for the season? And I would really like to hear your thoughts about that down below. We've been hearing a lot about the 100-mile-per-hour fastballs that he's been able to throw and the types of heat that he's able to provide. And now we get to see it in action, which is so cool. And I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And there's going to be a lot of eyeballs today, of course, on Andrew Painter. I think that as soon as Ranger Suarez was not coming back, I think that the Philadelphia Phillies said, we're ready to give this guy a chance. We're ready for this guy to come on up, and we're just hopefully he's able to have himself a good 2026, and it all starts today. It really does. I don't know what you guys are looking for out of Andrew Painter today. As far as innings go, I expect that he's only going to go 2 innings or so, and that Rob is just going to be very conscientious about how many pitches that he throws out there. So if he can go 2 innings and get you 2 strikeouts and only allow 1 hit, I'd say that that's a pretty good day. But again, we'll see the types of pitches that he's able to throw and how he's able to do out there on the mound against this Yankees lineup. So let me know what you guys think about Andrew Painter. Do you guys think that Andrew Painter not only is going to have a good outing today, but do you think that he's going to have a good 2026 with the Philadelphia Phillies? Let me know what you guys think down below. I do want to say hello to everybody that's on here in chat. Thank you all so much. Whoever just subscribed to the channel, appreciate you very, very much. Got to ring the bell for you. Watercolors or oils? We can eat the paint, or can we eat the paint when the game is done, says Nkanu. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Dude, I'm excited. I'm really genuinely looking forward to seeing how he is out there on the mound, right? Like, what's the mentality coming on into today, right? Like, how's he going to do attacking the strike zone? Can he get ahead in counts? Those types of things I'm really going to be looking for from Andrew Painter today. And it should be a lot of fun. It should be interesting. And it should be nice and laid back as well. Doug is also here. Colton's also here as well. I guess this is Painter's big chance to show us what he has. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a very big day for sure, just to see what he's able to do out there on the mound. Now, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about that. Hello to everybody again in the chat. David's also here. Alex is also here as well. All right, and Mark is here too. All right, so let's get on into the starting lineups for this afternoon. So for the Yankees, they have Trent Grisham out there on the mound. Trent Grisham on the mound. They have Trent Grisham batting leadoff. He's playing out in center field. And then over at first base, it'll be Ben Rice. Jason Dominguez plays out in left field. He'll be batting third. Batting fourth is Paul DeJong. And batting fifth is Ryan McMahon. He's playing over at third base. J.C. Esquera is over at the catcher position. He's batting sixth. George Lombard Jr. playing over at second base this afternoon. Seth Brown is out in right field. Max Schumann is on the bump, or Max Schumann is out over at shortstop, and he'll be batting ninth. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied today. It's really bad. There is Andrew Painter, 52 minor league career starts, an 11-10 record, and a 3.44 ERA. In 227 innings of work, he has struck out 290 batters, and he has walked 72 guys as well. So he is out there on the bump. The Phillies starting lineup, they have Trey Turner over at short, JT Realmuto behind the plate. Alec Boehm is playing over at third. Adolis Garcia is out in right field. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. Brian De La Cruz out in left field. He's batting sixth. Johan Rojas playing out in center field, batting seventh. Dylan Moore at first base, batting eighth. And Rafael Marchand is DHing, and he is batting in the ninth spot. So Harper, Schwarber, and the rest of the crew that's in the World Baseball Classic, they are not on the roster right now. And Grisham is going to lead things off. The Yankees, by the way, are in their dark blue and their dark blue and white uniforms. Grisham will lead things off. The Phillies, we'll get you their uniforms in just a second. They got the red and white baseball caps with the white P as the logo. They're in their white and red pinstripes. And here's Andrew Painter's first pitch, and there's a swing and a miss at 97 miles per hour, and he's ahead in the count already, 0-1. Got to make sure I take notes today for sure. The ball is one strike, and the next pitch is a fastball that's up high for ball one. All right. Let's make sure that we have this up and running. Yes, we do. Good stuff. One ball, one strike, and the pitch. There's a curveball that he throws for the first time today, and that's outside and high for ball two. So, yeah, how many strikeouts do you guys think Andrew Painter is going to have this afternoon? Would love to hear your thoughts about that down below. 2 balls, 1 strike, live at Baker Ballpark in Clearwater, Florida. That's where the Phillies are playing this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the 2-1 offering. And this ball's popped up out over towards shallow center field. Turner gets under it, and he'll make the catch over on the outfield grass. And there's 1 gone already. Folks, we go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football as well. We got a doubleheader today. We got the Sixers on at 8 o'clock playing against the Boston Celtics. So that should be a lot of fun. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style. But we also love, of course, getting you guys involved in the chat. You guys are absolutely the best. Ben Rice is coming on up to the plate. White batting gloves for him. And Rice stares at the fastball that misses a little bit outside at 96 again for ball 1. Will Warren is on the mound for the New York Yankees, and they'll pitch the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch from Painter. There's a chopper hit towards the right side, and Stott has it, plays it on a bounce, throws it over to Moore, and there's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down already. Well, to like that, Rice got on top of that fastball. Andrew is 22 years old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 215 pounds, 6 feet 7 inches tall, and was the 13th overall pick back in the 2021 draft. Here comes the Martian to the plate, and a beautiful curveball thrown to him towards the outside corner, taken for strike 1. Nice pitch. 257 batting average last year with 10 homers and 47 RBI. Here's the 0-1, and that's a fastball that reaches 97 down the gun for strike 2. So he goes to a curveball that catches the outside corner that goes from 12 to 6, and then he fires a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. What is he going to throw here? 0-2 pitch. It's another fastball, and that's fouled back towards the screen. Time it was a little bit more high and towards the outside part of the plate. Did Painter pop up yet, or did I miss him? You missed him. This is just your imagination. 0-2 pitch. Goes with a changeup that's a little bit high. Not a bad pitch, but it's up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Painter again gets the signs from JT. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And there's the 1-2 on the way, and it's inside. Went back to the changeup again. And now the count is 2-2. It's okay. He had a couple pitches to play with. Wonder if he's going to go fastball here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way from Painter. And there was a fastball at 95, but it was just fouled off by Dominguez. Nah, you good. You good, man. How's the day going so far for you, JJ? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The 2-2 on the way. There's a broken bat line drive hit over to Bryson Stott, and the catch is going to be made, but it was actually fouled off first. It was fouled off of his knee, I guess. And the broken bat went all the way to Stott. So the count is still 2-2. Dude, that barrel went flying right over to Stott's way. Guess I got a little piece of him. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, went to the slider. Dominguez did not anticipate that. And there is the first strikeout of Andrew Painter's 2026 debut. There we go. All right, so we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Andrew Painter gets himself a 1-2-3 inning, and we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. The Phillies are coming up to bat. Let's go. Dude, that was awesome. That was a beautiful slider. I'm surprised that he went to that there. I thought maybe he was going to go back to the changeup, but it worked, and we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. All right, the Phillies lineup, it'll be this. They got Trey Turner batting leadoff, JT Realmuto batting second, Alec Bohm batting third, playing over at third, Adolis Garcia in the 4 spot, playing out in right field, Bryson Stott's over at second base, he'll be batting fifth. Brian De La Cruz, the left fielder, is batting sixth. He had his first homer of spring training yesterday. Johan Rojas out in center field batting seventh. Dylan Moore hitting eighth, playing over at first base. And last but certainly not least, Rafael Marchand is the designated hitter this afternoon. Oh, man. The down on Painter is that he has control problem issues way too often, so it's going to take a few outings to see if he can... to see if it can or will be a problem, says Doug. And I'm sure that as the season goes on, we're going to definitely talk more about that. And that's something that I'm really happy that you did bring up, because that was a big issue last year, having command issues. And hopefully this year that doesn't necessarily seem to be the problem at the beginning of the season. You would figure that as he gets more outings, teams are going to solve him. They're going to have more scouting reports on him from a major league level. But how does he provide those counter punches? That's going to be a big, big question. I agree for sure. Sixers versus Celtics tonight. Will you be live streaming? Yes, we'll be on for that. Here's the first pitch to Trey Turner, and that's a fastball down Broad Street, taken for strike one. Again, the guy on the mound for the Yankees, that is Will Warren, who is pitching for them. All right. Let's change this back. There we go. First pitch, or the second pitch, that is to Trey Turner, and that's inside and low for ball one. We got March Madness coming on up. We got World Baseball Classic, more Phillies baseball, and more Sixers basketball in this month of March. It's going to be a very, very busy month, and it all starts today with a doubleheader. The 1-1, swing and a miss. And so the count is now 1-2. Warren did pitch in 33 games last year. He had a 4.44 ERA. 1-2 pitch to Turner. That's a foul ball. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys are the absolute best. Afternoon all. Let's go Phillies. What's up, Haley? How are you doing today? The 1-2 to Turner. That's down and away for ball two. Decided to go with a sweeper there. We did Oklahoma State Cowboys college basketball yesterday. Played against the Cincinnati Bearcats. That was quite a game. Quite a blowout that was. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Turner. And the next pitch, a fastball down the middle, and Turner's late and swings and misses at the 94-mile-per-hour heater. and so he's down on strikes, and JT is up next. Defensively for the Yankees this afternoon, they have over at first base Ben Rice. The second baseman is George Lombard Jr. At shortstop, it's Max Schumann. The third baseman's Ryan McMahon. And JT looks at a nice sweeper that had a lot of life to it that's at the knees for strike one. Dominguez out in left field. The center fielder is Grisham. And out in right, it's Seth Brown. No Spencer Jones today. 0-1 pitch. Another sweeper that had a lot of life to it, but at that time it's a little bit lower. So the count is 1-1. Get to the Phillies defense in just a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike, by the way. And the pitch to JT, swing and a miss. Got a fastball down the middle that reached 95 miles per hour. Phillies are a little bit late on the fastball so far. Let's see, can we go here? Yeah, good. 1 ball, 2 strikes to JT. The stretch and the pitch, and there's strike 3 called at the knees at 96 miles per hour. And so back-to-back strikeouts for Will Warren, and 2 up, 2 down. Well, in case you're wondering, these are all the Phillies players that are a part of the World Baseball Classic. So you got Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and Brad Keller playing for Team USA, Christopher Sanchez and Johan Rojas on the Dominican Republic. Rojas still playing, though, today. The pitch, swing and a miss. Jesus Luzardo and Jose Alvarado on Team Venezuela. And then you got Aaron Nola and Dante Nori playing for Italy. No balls, 1 strike to Alec Boehm. Warren comes set and deals, and the pitch is upstairs. Taijuan Walker and Alan Rangel are on Mexico. Then you got Max Lazar, and Garrett Stubbs playing for Team Israel. 1-1 pitch. It's a foul ball. For Team Panama, it's Edmundo Sosa. And you got Barbosa on Brazil, Estanista on the Netherlands, and Noonborn on Australia. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Boehm. And the 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Tell you what, the Phillies hitters have been late on the fastball today. And guess what? Will Warren able to strike out the side and get himself a 1-2-3 inning as all 3 Phillies batters strike out. And we will go to the second inning. Andrew Painter's going to be back out there on the bump facing 4, 5, and 6. How will he do? We'll see. All right, let's get some more chatters. Again, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It is free, folks. It most certainly is. JJ would love to hear from you, whether it's a gift, a letter, or something. Don't forget, you can always mail play-by-play with JJ. The P.O. Box is P.O. Box number 6. It's in Gibbsboro, New Jersey. Zip code is 08026. More than welcome to send JJ stuff. You could also reach out via email, jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. And also follow JJ on the link tree. There's all the social media links posted right in the chat. The claim is that Painter has arm slot issues last year, but that has been corrected too. Good afternoon, everybody. We got John here in the chat. We got Doug. We got Larry. We got a good crowd today. It's awesome. Have the players left yet for the Classic? Most of them have. Rojas is still here. But I expect that this is probably going to be his last day. So, but yeah, good stuff. How's everybody's Saturday? What'd you guys do yesterday? Let me know down below. I believe it's today or tomorrow. Yeah, most of the players left today. But yeah. Looks like it's absolutely gorgeous. 76 degrees out in Clearwater today. And not a cloud in the sky. A lot of short sleeve shirts. been a little bit warmer here in Jersey, but nothing like that. First pitch from Painter to start off the second inning, and he goes to the sweeper. It's swung on and missed by Paul DeJong. Played a lot of his career with the St. Louis Cardinals. 0-1 pitch. That's a fastball down the middle that's popped up out over towards shallow right field. Garcia tracks it down, sunglasses off, and he'll be there to make the catch. There's out number one. Do you guys get heartburn? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing, says Larry. You didn't sleep. You didn't eat. You did absolutely nothing. Eric, what's going on? Good afternoon to you, too. There's a fastball at 97 down the hatch for strike one. That's the second time today that Painter has reached 97 with his fastball. This is Ryan McMahon in the batter's box. The former Rocky will ground this one back up the middle. Shortstop, though, has it, plays it on the ground, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time, and there is out number two. See that Rice and McMahon, the two lefties, got on top of those fastballs that he threw. So 5 up, 5 down for Andrew Painter. Hope those players all represent the Phillies and their countries well. Dude, I am so excited for World Baseball Classic. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. There's a fastball taken just a hair outside for ball one to J.C. Esquera, who played in 40 games last year. A 629 OPS, 2 homers, and 11 RBI. 1-0 pitch. There's a line drive hit out to right field. It's right to Garcia, though, and so 6 up, 6 down for Andrew Painter. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. He does very well in his first 2 innings. And so it'll be Garcia, Stott, and De La Cruz who are going to come on up to the plate. We'll step aside. We'll be right back in just a little bit. Wow, what a nice 2 innings of work by Andrew Painter. He was incredible out there in those 2 innings of work. Did great. He got Grisham to pop out over to short. He got Rice to ground out to second, and then Dominguez to strike out swinging in the first inning. And then the second inning, it was Paul DeJong who flied out to right, got underneath the fastball, and then Ryan McMahon grounded out to short. And J.C. Esquera lined out to right field. It was hard contact, but just right at Adolis Garcia. And speaking of the devil, Adolis Garcia is in the box. Bottom of the second, and Garcia is going to foul off the first pitch. Just went over towards the outside corner. Garcia last year with the Rangers played in 135 games, had a 665 OPS. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Garcia, and he grounds this one sharply, but it's over to the third baseman, McMahon. He takes about 2 shuffles over towards his left side, fields it, throws it over to first. And so, nobody has gotten on base so far in this ball game. Aaron Boone, of course, the Yankees manager, entering his 9th season as the skipper for the New York Yankees. 697 wins he has with his ball club. And, of course, they made it to the World Series back in 2024. Here's Bryson Stott, and he takes a curveball that looked a little bit low. I'm surprised that Aaron Boone has lasted this long as Yankees manager. How about you, chat? The 1-0 pitch. And that's outside for ball 2 at 94 miles per hour. Imagine if Aaron Boone was the Phillies skipper. Could you guys imagine that? 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, that's a 95 mile per hour fastball at the knees. I only say that because you hear from WFAN and you hear from all these Yankees content creators and just from Yankees media how polarizing they are as far as Aaron Boone's management goes. Some of them really like Boone, some of them just can't stand him. Just imagine our market. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's inside for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch to Stott. And he lines this one out over to right center field. And a diving catch made out in center field by Trent Grisham. So he's able to rob Bryson Stott on a base hit. Grisham had to go a long ways to get that, and he just laid his entire body down in the alleyway. And there is out number 2. Stumbled just a quick second just to try to get up. Had to go towards his right side, that his sunglasses on. This is why they brought him back. He's a very good fielder out in center and also provides a lot of pop at the top of the lineup for them. And now it's Brian De La Cruz, who had his first homer of spring training in yesterday afternoon's game. Harper also homered too. And he takes a sweeper that's a little bit low for ball 1. Painter had 20 pitches in that inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch, it's inside. Where to watch the World Baseball Classic games? Fox, the Fox Sports app. I actually have to download that. I got to pay for the monthly subscription. Got to make sure I do that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. It's off the plate and taken for ball 2. I'd rather have Boone than Rob. Really? How many of you guys would rather have Aaron Boone over Rob Thompson? Raise your hand in the chat. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Yesterday, I was hiding from the monsoon and watching the Tehran 900. What's that? Explain it to me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to De La Cruz. This ball's lifted out over the right center field. It'll stay in the yard, though. And on to make the catch is Seth Brown, the former Athletic, for out number 3. So, both pitchers, Will Warren and Andrew Painter, matching each other. They each throw 2 1-2-3 innings. And we're going to go to the 3rd. We'll see. Doug raises his hand. Haley raises her hand. Billy raises his hand. Definitely Boone. Wow. I'm shocked. John raises his hand. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, chat. Pardon my French, but Aaron Boone can take a long walk off a short pier as far as I'm concerned, says MM. That's funny. That is interesting. I would have thought that there'd be more thumbs down for Aaron Boone. Or more hands down. That's interesting. If you were to ask me, I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. George Lombard Jr. is going to lead it off for the Yankees as we go to the 3rd inning. I don't want either, says Larry. Well, either's not an option. Just kidding. Red Sox and the Orioles are tied 1-1 That game is in the top of the second. Blue Jays and Tigers are in the top of the third. They have no score between the both of those teams. And then the Braves and the Rays are going to the top of the third. Andrew Painter today, 20 total pitches, 14 strikes. He went 2 innings. He had 1 strikeout, no hits allowed. Is his afternoon done? Is it done? It is. He did good. He did very good today. I'm very impressed. I'm very happy. I know, again, it's just one spring training game, but this is what you got to do, man. You have a lot of bright lights on you, and able to produce, able to come through, and get you 6 outs in a row. It's all you can ask for. You just got to do what you can out in front of you. So, Jose Alvarado's going to pitch. And he throws a 99-mile-per-hour fastball that misses up high and outside for ball 1. So he is still on the ball club right now. This is a big day for him, too. See what he has. The 1-0 pitch. And that's a fastball at 98 miles per hour on the inside corner for strike 1. Sorry, but Rob always relies way too much on analytics and not baseball. Boone does the same thing, too. That's been the complaint a lot from Yankees fans. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch. There's a 99-mile-per-hour heater that's taken right down Broad Street for strike 1. Last year, Alvarado in 28 games had a 3.81 ERA. Opponents did bat .262 against him. The 2-1 pitch. And the sinker is a little bit high. It was tight for ball 3. It's like 90 here in Phoenix's Jay. 90 degrees out in Phoenix, Arizona. Wow. The 3-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Hit sharply over to short. Backhanded by Turner. He picks it up. Fires a strike over to first. And that's in time for out number 1. Oh, he's not going to the World Baseball Classic anymore? I thought he still was. You might be right, though. Cookie's here. What's up, Cookie? How are you doing, my friend? Says, let's go Yankees. How you feeling about your Yankees so far in spring training? What have you been happy with Spencer Jones? How have you felt about the Yankees so far in ST? The pitch. There's a 100-mile-per-hour sinker that's a little bit outside. There's Seth Brown, who batted just a $185 last year. 1 homer and 3 RBI with the Athletics. The 1-0 pitch from Alvarado. That ball's grounded over towards second base. It was at 100 again. Stott gets to it over on the infield grass and tosses it over to first to get the second out of the inning. Pirates have a 2-0 lead against the Cardinals. If you guys were to pick one person that you would say is the best manager right now in baseball, who would it be? The pitch. There's a cutter taken down the middle at 92. Who is the best manager in baseball right now? The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1. That's a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. That's way above the strike zone. Max Schumann batting on the right side. He's in the box. Playing over at shortstop this afternoon. No Volpe. The 1-1. That's a cutter. Swung on and missed. If I had to pick one, I guess I'd take Boone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch is a cutter that's downstairs for ball 2. Best manager in the game. Pat Murphy. Pat's an interesting manager. People were not, I know the Milwaukee fans were not happy with how he managed against the Dodgers last year. But I still think he's a good manager. 2-2 pitch. That ball's popped up in foul territory over towards the first base side. And not being able to make the catch is Dylan Moore. It went over towards the Yankees dugout. And he just missed it by maybe a couple of inches. John Schneider's a good one. John Schneider is a good manager. Never forget when Max Scherzer was like, "You're not taking me out." 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the third. Schumann in the box in the 2-2. Popped up again, hit out over towards the right field side. It's slicing foul. Garcia gives it a look, and it goes behind the tarp. "13 pitches for Jose Alvarado. He's retired 2 in a row. Got Lombard Jr. to ground out to short, and Brown to ground out to second. He's reached triple digits twice today. It's the first time that he's done that in spring training. Oops, sorry, chat. Let's get this back up. John Schneider's a good one. How about Stephen Vogt for Cleveland? 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way. That's a foul ball. Or even A.J. Hinch. I think you can make a case for him. Pitch number 15 coming on up for Jose Alvarado as he gets the signs. And the 2-2 pitch is low. Something's like in my throat. I don't know what it is. The count is now 3-2. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Alvarado gets the signs yet again. And the 3-2 on the way. Another foul ball. Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts, I have to say, I have to admit, he's a good manager. 3-2 pitch. It's a foul ball for years. I didn't want to say it. But I must admit, as far as I'm not the biggest fan of his decisions that he makes, but when it comes to dealing with all the egos, Larry said this like last year, dealing with all the players that he has to deal with, all the personalities, it's impressive. 3-2 pitch. It's up high for ball 4. And there's a 2-out walk. And that is going to be the first base runner today that the Phillies have allowed. Mm. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, and now Trent Grisham, who popped out in the first against Painter, is up to bat. The next pitch is outside. Roberts has the best team, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, but to manage like all those egos you said, like with Ohtani, with Betts, with Freeman, you know, the players really do like him. So as far as that goes, I would have to say that certainly does go in his favor. The pitch on the way, and this ball is flying out over towards deep left center field. Rojas on the track, goes back over towards the wall, and I'll make the catch. The ball started to carry, but it stayed on in the yard. And Jose Alvarado able to get himself a 1-2-3-4 inning. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you very, very soon. right, so we played 2.5 innings so far. Again, folks, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I guess we can take the poll question off right now. We'll do that. How many of you, so you guys said, 28% of you said that he would have 1 strikeout today, and you guys were correct. You guys were correct. 13% of you said 2. Interesting. All right, 1 ball, no strikes. This is Johan Rojas in the batter's box. Warren comes set and deals. The pitch is grounded over towards the third base side. McMahon has it, throws it over to first. And there is the first out of the inning. Ben Rice able to catch it. So that's a 5-3 ground out. Two innings, 1 strikeout, 20 pitches. Quick and efficient is the Phillies graphic. I like that. Up to bat next is Dylan Moore, playing over at first. And here's 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Moore last year did play with the Seattle Mariners and also with the Texas Rangers as well. He's a right-handed hitter. 1-1 pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. Here's a question that I have for you, chat. And be honest with me. I can always trust you to be honest. As the count is 2-1. Will Andrew Painter become an ace with the Phillies pitching staff? Not this year. Will he ever become an ace? 2-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though, and Grisham tracks it down, makes the catch towards the belt. And there's out number 2. Will Andrew Painter be an ace with the Phillies in his career? Tell me why you think yes or no. Rafael Marchand is going to step on up to the plate. He's a switch hitter for the Phillies. It's DH in this afternoon. JT has the start. And there's a pitch that's in there for strike one. The ball is 1 strike. Warren is still pitching, by the way. He has 32 pitches. And the next one is a foul ball. $14 strikes today for Painter as well. The ball is 2 strikes. There's a changeup at 88 miles per hour. And so the count is now 1-2. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 delivery to Marchand. It's popped up right behind home plate. And that'll find the seats. Today is actually the 7-year anniversary where Bryce Harper became a Philadelphia Philly. We've seen it all over X today. 1-2 pitch. That ball's golfed out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit over towards the right field line. Marchand's going to round first. He'll head on over to second base. And there is the first hit of the afternoon. It's a 2-out double by Rafael Marchand. Got a good pitch to hit. Warren left it hanging out over the middle of the plate. Marchand was able to turn on it and fight it off, get it out over to right field. And that'll bring up the top of the order as we flip the lineup card for the first time today. Warren allowing his first hit in 2 2/3 of an inning. He does have 3 strikeouts. And now it's Trey Turner who comes up again. And he is late on the 4-seamer and swings and misses. He's behind in the count 0-1. What do we think? Can Andrew Painter become an ace for the Philadelphia Phillies? Not this year, just throughout his career. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Turner. That's a foul ball. Larry says, I think he can be a solid starter, not likely an ace, super high expectations, pressure, plus injury history. Doug says, I don't think so. Maybe a good 3 or 4 guy in the rotation, gut feeling for me. And again, we're not talking about this year. We're talking about like 2027, 2028, even if there's not a season next year. But yeah, we're seeing throughout his career here. The pitch, it's grounded back over towards the right side of the mound, and Warren has it, throws it on over to first, and the inning is over. So, Phillies do strand a runner over at second base, and we're going to go to the 4th inning. It's no score. So yeah, tonight we got the Sixers. Here's the schedule for the rest of the week, chat. I will make sure that I post this at some point. Tomorrow, we'll probably do a college basketball game tomorrow night and haven't figured out which one yet. On Tuesday, we got ourselves a doubleheader. We got the Phillies playing against the Rays on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And then the Spurs play the Sixers at night. And then Wednesday, we got Team Canada. We actually have a triple header. That's our first triple header on Wednesday. That's going to be wild. Wednesday, we got Team Canada playing against the Phillies at 1:05. At 7:30, it'll be Sixers and Jazz. And then at 10 o'clock, we got Chinese Taipei taking on Australia. Again, hopefully I say that correctly right now. And then on the 5th, we got the Red Sox playing the Phillies at 1:05. Czechoslovakia playing Korea at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then Australia playing against Czechoslovakia again at 10 o'clock at night on Thursday. I'm going to post the whole schedule for the week once that does, once we're done tonight. It's going to be a busy, busy week. Not going to get a lot of sleep. And I'm prepared for that. All right, so we're going to the top of the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the order for the Yankees. Rice, Dominguez, and DeYoung are going to be batting. Tanner Banks is on the hill. So we've seen 3 lefties today. Well, this will be the 3rd lefty. That's Tanner Banks, Painter, Alvarado, and Banks. Nobody on here in the top of the 4th. And the pitch to start off the 4th frame is down for a ball. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, folks. It is free. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rice. That's a slider that's in the zone at the knees for strike 1. The pitch. It's down and away. Taken for ball 2. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? 2-1 pitch. Flying down over to left field. De La Cruz doesn't even have to move, and he'll make the catch. And there's one gone already. It's been freezing a little bit today. The cast itself. There's Caleb Cotham, who is in another season as the Phillies pitching coach. 1 down, top of the 4th. Dominguez batting on the right side. Takes a pitch that's in the strike zone. Dominguez is going to challenge it. Let's see. Is that a strike? That looked pretty high. Not even close. That was not even close. It was like not a foot, but like half a foot above the zone. So the count is 1-0. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the 1-0. It's grounded foul towards the third base side. I'm so excited for the ABS system to be used in the WBC and also during the regular season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply over to Turner. He spins, he turns, he fires it over to first. And the second out is made. It was not an easy play, actually. Turner certainly did make it look easy. He played it on a one bouncer, but it was hit a little bit over towards his right side to get out in front of it. And footwork was pretty good. Actually, it was hit right over towards his left. Had to catch it right towards his right towards the letters and bend his knees down. The ball is 1 strike to Paul DeYoung. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside. Paul flied out his first time up. And this time he pops this one up over towards second base, stops there, makes the catch. So the inning is done again. For the third time today, the Phillies have gotten themselves a 1-2-3 inning pitching-wise, and we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit for Philadelphia. Yankees are absolutely scoreless on the board on all sides. JJ would love to hear from you. Oh, damn. Stream Elements got me. I thought that this was a chatter, and it fooled me. It's not even April Fool's yet. 1 more month until it's April Fool's Day. Gosh. I don't think he'll ever be an ace, but it's possible, says Colton, as far as Andrew Painter goes. Well, I'll tell you this. Who is the ace of the Phillies right now? Is it still Zach Wheeler? Or is it Christopher Sanchez? Who actually is the ace right now? I don't think people would have ever thought in a million years that Christopher Sanchez could end up being the ace of the team, but, I mean, there's certainly an argument to make. Is it Wheeler or is it Sanchez? Can anyone picture JJ getting mad and being a total jerk to someone? I can't, says Larry. It takes a lot. It definitely takes a lot. I mean, somebody can set me off, but in chat, I really do try to keep my coolness, you know. Somebody, and I'm not even going to name names, but somebody actually has just been trying to call me as I've been streaming today, and they've just been constantly trying to call me every single time. And I had to put my phone on DND, but they were trying to get a reaction out of me. I guess that they technically did. It's Christopher Sanchez until Wheeler can show that he's back to that caliber. The pitch. That's taken down for a ball. Yeah, but even when Wheeler was healthy, was Sanchez the ace? I love the Yankees is here. What's going on, man? How are you? What's going on? See, I love how we can get all different types of baseball fans on here. Doesn't matter what it is. As long as people keep it cool in the chat on both sides, it's cool. Will Warren is still pitching, by the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That's another foul ball. So the count is 1-2 to JT. Warren's looked pretty good out there today. Gotta give credit where credit is due. The Pirates now lead it 4-0. Just saw that. Warren has 3 strikeouts in his 3 innings of work. He's only surrendered 1 hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch to JT. And he flies this one off the end of the bat out over towards right field. And the catch is made as running on in to make the grab is Seth Brown. And there's out number 1. JJ, you seem more the type to keep a cool head and de-escalate a situation. Yeah, that's definitely more so of my nature. But I think that comes from just, I think that comes from personal background and that type of stuff. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. Sometimes I panic. Sometimes I do react. The 0-1, that's outside for a ball. But problem solving is something that I do try to, I try to work on that as a skill. Not easy, though. 1-1 pitch. That's outside and low for ball 2. They were co-aces last year while Wheels was healthy. Co-aces. Yeah, I think that you had a 1A and a 1B between the both of them. 2-1 pitch. That misses down and away for ball 3. But then you could also sort of make the argument. You could also kind of just say to yourself that maybe Ranger could have been a 1C on a lot of other teams, you know? He could have been an ace too. 3-1 pitch. There's another swing and a miss, and that'll make the count full. I hope that Stanton is okay this year. Not going to lie, says I love the Yankees. If he's hurt, bad, we are going to be bad, says I love the Yankees. I disagree with that. I definitely think that you're going to miss something. 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. That'll stay in the ballpark again. And making the catch is Grisham at the Tampa Bay time sign for out number 2. Bohm certainly took it for a ride. On a windy day, that would have been gone. I always hate it when people say that, but I don't usually say that too often. It's like, damn, like, yeah, like on a windy day it'd be gone, or like when people say, like, out of like the 32 ballparks, like, out of 30 of those parks it would have been gone. Like, it wasn't gone. It stayed in the yard. I don't know why I did that. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and Aaron Boone is going to make a pitching change, so Will Warren, his day is done. Only gives up a double to Rafael Marchand. Other than that, he was perfect. So, pitching change coming on up. Well, we are going to be worse probably, says I love the Yankees. Where do you see the Yankees finishing this year? Just out of curiosity. In the division. I don't know about the Blue Jays. I don't know if the Blue Jays are going to win the division. I could see the Orioles making the case. I think that they got better. I think that the Red Sox got better with Ranger. But yeah. I was playing the Resident Evil Recline. Needs a good GPU like what you have, JJ. Really? I was watching a little bit of I saw Valkyrie was playing that the other day. And again, shout out to Valkyrie. Love her content. She's awesome. I saw that Valkyrie was playing that the other day. There was another streamer too that I saw that was playing that. I heard it's like a really hot game right now. Losing Stanton would be a blow, but they can overcome it, says Larry. Well, the other thing, too, is that do you think that Spencer Jones is going to make the opening day roster? Did the Jays lose both Bo and Vlad? No. They lost Bo. They did not lose Vlad. They did lose, I don't think Scherzer's back on the team. They lost somebody else, though. The pitch. And that is in there for a called strike at the knees. Vlad signed a contract last year. Yeah. Remember when the Phillies were possibly interested in trading for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? The Blue Jays were sort of flirting with the idea of trading him because he was on a contract he was at the end of his contract. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch is a 4-seamer that's a little bit outside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's no score. And the 1-1 is a foul ball. Just saw that Ollie Marmol agreed to a 2-year extension with the St. Louis Cardinals. And that also includes a club option for 2029. 1-2 delivery. Just misses inside. And it's taken for ball 2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And turn on the bell icons, folks. 2-2 is the count. Bottom of the 4th, 2 away. The pitch to Garcia. And that is on the inside corner for a called strike 3, but Garcia will challenge. It was a good pitch. It was a curveball. I thought it caught the inside corner. Let's see what the judge has to say. That was just a bit inside by 0.2 inches. Wow. That's a good eye. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Garcia did just call for time, so the strikeout just got erased. Winquist is on the hill for the New York Yankees. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. And there's a ground ball that's hit over towards the second baseman. Backhanded. The throw over to first. What a play! And the throw was dug on out by Ben Rice. The inning is over. Nice play by George Lombard Jr., able to flash the leather over at second base and take away a base hit from Adolis Garcia. And a good stretch as well on the other side by Ben Rice. We played 4 frames, and we go to the 5th inning. Still no score at a Baycare ballpark. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Jonathan Bolin is going to pitch for the Phillies. This is his second spring training outing that he has gone. And the pitch that he throws is outside for ball 1. Bolin was with the Kansas City Royals and was just picked up by the Phillies. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That 4-seamer reaches 94 miles per hour, and that's up high for ball 2. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. We go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. We also are doing March Madness and the World Baseball Classic here in the month of March. 1-1 pitch. It is up high and a little bit outside for ball 2. Saw that Dylan Cease had 3 strikeouts in his Toronto Blue Jays debut. A 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. We'll do it again. 2-2 is the count. Top of the fifth. No score. Bolin on the bump. Gets the signs, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 96 miles per hour. And there is out number one. That's the second strikeout that the Phillies pitching staff has recorded today. McMahon strikes out, and he's now 0 for 2. And J.C. Escarra is the next man up. Blue batting gloves for him. Batting on the left side, and the first pitch, he launches this one out over towards deep right center field. Rojas can't find it, and that's going to drop for a base hit over towards the right center field sign. Wouldn't have been able to get over to it, and so he just lost it in the sun, and there's a one-out double. He was looking up, and it was not even close to right where he was. And that is the second extra base hit today in this game. The first hit for the Yankees. And it comes on a double out to right center field. He's trying to just shield it with his glove, and he was hoping that it didn't hit him, and then it just bounced over way towards his left side. That's scary. We talked about how center field, especially out in Florida, in this sunshine, is not easy to navigate. We saw Justin Crawford make a nice catch in spring training earlier in the week, and we talked about that. One out, and here's the pitch in the top of the fifth, and that slider is on the outside edge to George Lombard Jr. Ended up grounding out in the third. Toss back on over to second base, and Escarra is safe. George is 20 years old. He'll be 21 in June. From Miami, Florida. Ended up going to Gulliver Preparatory School in Pinecrest, Florida. The 0-1 pitch. That slider is right down the middle for strike two. We got 65 watching and 45 likes. Let's get to 50 if we haven't done so already. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. A runner in scoring position. And the 0-2, there's a strike 3 called, but Lombard is going to challenge. Hit the top third of the zone, according to the home plate umpire, Jacob Metz. And that is a little bit high. Not by much. And the at-bat will continue. Batters do a pretty good job. Or they've done a great job, at least from when we've been watching the Phillies games. A lot of the times the hitters have really done a good job challenging these pitches. Maybe they should be their own umpires. Just kidding. 1-2 pitch. That is way up high. So the count's now 2-2. Don't forget, memberships are $2.99 a month. If you guys want to become a member today, you most certainly can. Right now we got emotes for Sixers games. But once the Phillies season starts, we're going to be going back and forth between Sixers emotes and Phillies emotes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Lombard stepped out of the box for a second. The pitch clock did just reset. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down Broad Street. And there is out number 2, Bolin, with his second strikeout victim of the afternoon. And there's 2 away. Was late on the fastball. Actually, was pretty deceptive, just coming on out of his hand. Excellent command on that pitch. 2 away, top of the fifth. And it's Seth Brown who gets a piece of a curveball and is already behind 0-1. The ball is 1 strike, top of the 5th inning, and 2 gone. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock as Bolin is on the mound, and he fires. The pitch is high. Jonathan's now 29 years old. Just turned 29 in December. The pitch. That's outside for ball 2. And I just realized December is now 3 months ago. Time does fly. Unreal. 2-1 pitch. That changeup was left hanging, but thank goodness Brown was able to hook it foul. Any of you guys ever pitch? In high school or, for like a club baseball team? Or have you played high school baseball or pitched for or played for a team? Like a rec league or something? 2-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Rojas is like Newman on Seinfeld. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bolin gets set again, and the 2-2. It's down and in for ball 3. Two and 2 is the count. 2 away, top of the 5th. Up next is Max Schumann. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And that's another foul ball. We'll do it again. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Don't forget, during the regular season, we're going to be bringing back the Discord servers. You guys can call on there. The 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out over towards right center field. That'll get down. Rounding third, coming on in to score is Esquera. And it's a 1-0 game. Yankees able to strike first as Seth Brown comes through and got a pitch left out over the middle of the plate. And it's a 1-0 Yankees game. Everywhere but the mound. Jay, I'll read your story in a sec. Here's a pitch, and it's a sinker at 97 at the knees. Crazy story. First kid I pitched to in practice, I hit in the head. Never hit another player after that. Dude, I've gotten hit by a baseball. It's not fun. I've gotten hit. No balls, 1 strike. How old were you? I was also going to say how fast was the pitch, but how could you tell? 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Yankees. They just took the lead. There's the 1-1. That's fouled off the foot of Schumann. It's a dead ball, and that'll make it a 1-2 count. That's crazy. Saw that Joel Embiid is out for the next 3 games. Jason Tatum is also not playing in tonight's game for the Celtics. They thought that maybe he was going to make his return tonight, but he's not. So we'll see how the Sixers do fare against Boston. Then they play the Spurs on Tuesday. 2 big matchups. Doesn't matter if the big guy's playing or not, even though he's not playing. Need to see them go out there and get a W. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that is in there for a called strike 3. And we are going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, but, and there's a big but, there will be a challenge. And that was a strike. So for the first time today, the batter was wrong on a call, and Jonathan Bolin able to strike out the side. However, the bad news is that he does allow a run. It's an RBI single by Seth Brown, who's left stranded over at first. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies are down 1-0. The GOAT. I think you're talking about yourself. What's up, my guy? What's going on, RB? So happy to see you on here, man. Philly take with RB in the house. I got to tell you, speaking of the 76ers, that guy is a Sixers freak. And you should definitely go check him out if you have not done so already. If you do love the Sixers, if you want all the coverage in the world on the Philadelphia 76ers, go check him out. He also does awesome reactions for Philadelphia Eagles football as well on his A to Z Sports Philadelphia channel. You should go check that out too. My guy Philly Take with RB taking over the game. Let's go. He is so awesome, man. Yeah. So 1-0 start for the Yankees. Again, Andrew Painter looked really good today. I was so happy with how he was able to dominate the strike zone. He looked very calm, cool, collective out there, and the way that he was just able to attack with the fastballs and even that nasty slider that he threw to Jason Dominguez. I mean, it was just very impressive. It was so much fun to watch. You knew that he was only going to go 2 innings today. It was going to be something along those lines, but a very impressive 2026 debut for him. And he went up against major league hitters too, and he did that. So I have to say, like 2, 1, 2, 3 innings, able to retire all 6 batters that he faced. That's the type of start that you wanted from Andrew Painter, and you got it. You really did. Here's Bryson Stott up at the plate. And there's a 95-mile-per-hour pitch that's taken at the knees for strike 1. The batting on the other side just has not been good today. Will Warren has been very aggressive, but the Phillies themselves just getting on top of pitches. They look very off balance today. Here's the 0-1 from Winquist, and that's a foul ball hit by Stott. And so the count is 0-2. Turner was definitely late on a couple of fastballs in the first. He also swung on and missed at 1 when he was up to bat in the third. And then JT struck out looking on a pitch in the first inning. And then Bohm struck out swinging 2. The pitch on the way, there's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep center field. That ball's going back towards the track, and that ball is gone. Bryson Stott able to hammer one out to center field, and Stott able to hit his second home run of spring training. That ball, I thought that it had a chance, and going back towards the track to try to leap up and rob him was Grisham. I couldn't tell if he had it at first, but it went over his glove, and so Bryson Stott able to tie up the knots. Let's go. And it's Brian De La Cruz who comes up, and on the first pitch, he pops this one up into foul territory, trying to chase it down towards the ball girl. Not being able to make the catch is Ben Rice, just a little bit out of reach. Ball girl's laughing. They're asking her if she's okay, and she says, yeah, I'm fine. That was quite crazy. But how about Bryson Stott? Bryson Stott able to go yard. First homer was out to left field. This one goes out to center. He also got robbed on a base hit his last time up. He's been having a very good spring training so far. I will say that. De La Cruz looks at a strike again, and so the count is 0-2. DN is also here. Make sure that you guys go check him out. He covers the Nationals. He covers the Commanders as well. And the Dallas Mavericks, the 0-2 pitch. It's a little bit high and taken for ball 1. Oh, man. It's great. 1-2, baby. Bottom of the 5th and the pitch. And that's down for ball 2. Hi, JJ. He's great to listen to when he calls the Sixers. Good day for you all. Yes, my guy RB is awesome. He is. That's my guy. 2 balls, 2 strikes to De La Cruz. And the pitch. Off speed, swing and a miss. Got a curveball there that was below the knees. And Winquist gets his first strikeout victim of the afternoon. And Brian is now 0 for 2. Be nice to have a good year from Stott. I agree with that. I agree with that very much. Aaron Boone is going to go out there, and that is going to be it for Winquist. His afternoon is done. So, that's it for Cade Winquist. the 25-year-old from Fort Worth, Texas. So that is done. And by the way, apologize about this. Had to go back to that. And why did that not refresh? What the heck happened? I gotta play around with this keyboard. I like it, but it's also kind of annoying because it'll just like go off on a timer for whatever reason it is. It's odd. Man. Let's go stats. Did I cut that home run call? I hope I did. I hope I did. Folks, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icons too. I think this is the year that Stott picks it up, says Doug. I hope so. I would love to see Bryson Stott have himself an excellent season. I'll tell you this, he's shown some pop in the bat so far in spring training. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It is spring training, but it's been looking pretty good so far. He's been looking pretty good. Can't lie. Have a new pitcher that's now in. It's Angel Shavilli, I should say, who's 23 years old. Had a 7.06 earned run average last year with the Colorado Rockies. Just realized that they got him, they got Jake Bird, and Ryan McMahon from the Rockies last year. And Rojas comes up and he takes a hack of the slider that's nearly a foot off the plate and is behind in the count 0-1. No balls, one strike, with 5 seconds left on the pitch clock to Johan Rojas. And the 0-1 pitch is down and away for ball one. So Rojas, last year, okay, Johan Rojas last year for the Philadelphia Phillies, as it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, that's a foul ball. And that one will go on out of play. Last year, he batted .224. He had 152 at-bats last year, 34 hits, 1 homer, and 18 RBI. So my question to you, chat, is how many at-bats does Rojas get this year? If he had 152 last year, do you think he gets the same amount, less, or more? 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. Shavilli records his first strikeout of the afternoon, and there's 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Yankees. If Rojas had 152 at-bats last year, does he get less or more this year? Dylan Moore takes a fastball and is already behind in the count 0-1. I like the shirts that they have in the broadcast booth. It's pretty cool. Next pitch to Moore is swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, line drive, foul ball. Pirates now lead at 5-0. Now I've been looking at that game. I'm just curious if Connor Griffin is playing. Did he homer again? He did. What a spring training he's having. No balls, 2 strikes to Moore. And the 0-2 delivery is upstairs. How many homers does he have now? He's got to have 3. Remember he had like a 2-homer game not too long ago. That must have been his third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards the right field side. It's slicing foul, and that will go on out of play. Hit that thumbs up button. If you guys do want to follow me on all the social media platforms, now's your chance to do so. Not saying that you can't do that anytime, because you most certainly can, but it's already posted in the live chat. There is the social media link tree. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitch. We're on TikTok as well. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, sliding, stopped by McMahon. He gets up, throws over to first, takes a 1-bouncer, and that is in plenty of time to get out number 3. Ryan McMahon able to play well at the hot corner, and we're going to go to the 6th inning. Bryson Stott with 1 swing of the bat, able to knot it up at 1 apiece, and we're going to go to the 6th inning. Did I hear right? Schmidt is going to hop in the booth at all this year? Schmidt isn't going to hop in the booth? Yeah. I heard that they did not renew Mike Schmidt's contract. They also, I heard as well that Taryn Hatcher is not there either. So, Dallas Mod Girl is here. What's up, Dallas? Good to see you on here. Get a calm JJ today. It's pretty cool. It is 2:28 p.m. Eastern Time here on the East Coast. No Schmidt this year. Yeah, Mike Schmidt's not coming back. You guys are the best, man. Just had a brain freeze. Just had a brain freeze. Gosh, hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. In case you are just tuning on in, Andrew Painter did throw 20 pitches today. He had 14 strikes. He did strike out 1 batter. He actually got all 6 of the batters that he faced to retire and looked very good out there. And that's been the main storyline today. Kyle Backus is going to make his 2nd appearance with the Phillies here in spring training so far. 32 games last year with Arizona. And throws a sidearm, and the first pitch is in there for strike 1 at 92 miles per hour. Duke Ellis, who batted .305 in the minors last year, gets his first crack at it today, pinch hitting for Trent Grisham, and so the count is now 1-1. So Ellis will take on over out in center field for Trent Grisham, who made a nice diving catch earlier today. 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive smoked over to Alec Bohm. He was shifted perfectly right at about the way off the third base line. They were playing him to pull towards that first base area. And Bohm in the right spot at the right time. And there is out number 1. So Duke Ellis lines out. And Rice comes back up to the plate. And Backus fires a strike in the zone. The Leafs have lost their minds. Pack up and go home, says Dallas. What's going on with those Maple Leafs? 0-1 pitch. And there's a line drive hit out over to right center field. That'll get down for about a single as Rojas plays it on a bounce. And a 1-out single provided by Ben Rice. Expecting big things out of him this year for the Yankees. And Dominguez will come on up. We have a pinch runner, by the way. And that will be Martinez. One away, top of the sixth. Dominguez will take a sinker low for ball one. So you guys think that Rojas is going to get less at-bats than he did last year? One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. It's outside. So once again, the pinch runner for the Yankees, Ernesto Martinez, who is over at first. Ernesto Martinez. The 2-0. That'll be in there for a strike. Leafs Flyers tomorrow night, JJ. Austin Matthews. William Nylander. That should be interesting. 2-1 pitch. It's a line drive foul ball over towards the third base side. It's a battle of the struggling team, says Nkanu. Oh, man. I really would like a Flyers win tomorrow. More than anything. It's at 7:30 at Scotia. The 2-2 pitch. Downstairs and taken for ball 3. Flyers are 1 point behind the Blue Jackets. 3-2 pitch. That's a line drive foul ball. And we'll do it again. So technically speaking, where are they in the playoff picture? They are 6 points in back of Boston. But they also have to climb up against Washington, Columbus, and Ottawa. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards the right field side. Garcia goes towards the right field line, and it slices just foul. Went just over towards that corner, and it is a foul ball indeed. Didn't the Bruins just play against the Flyers? That's the game that they just came back. Right? Oh, no, they just played them yesterday. That's right. That's right. They played them yesterday. It's a big win. 3-2 pitch. Another line drive foul ball. And we'll do it again. One out, top of the sixth. It's a 1-1 game. The payoff, here it comes. It's popped up. Hit over towards the third base side. Turner's there, waits for it, makes the grab, and snatches it for out number 2. It's a nice pitch that he threw to Dominguez. Paul DeJong is going to come on up next. He is 0 for 2 today. Just batting 182 in spring training so far. Bakis gets set and deals. Throws a changeup. And that's right down the hatch for strike 1. I don't know where he's going to play this year. Or if he's going to even make it into the starting lineup for them. 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. What is the status on Anthony Volpe? One ball, one strike in the pitch. There's a pop-up, hit out over towards shallow center field. And so, Rojas is there, makes the catch. Inning over, side retired. And we're going to go to the bottom of the sixth. All right, we're going to take another quick step off. Phillies are coming back up to the plate. We're tied 1-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll see if they can take the lead. go. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons. Here's something interesting from Baseball History Nut. And go follow them on X if you haven't done so already. Aaron Judge had 321 homers in his first 1,000 MLB games, okay, with the Yankees. Babe had 321 homers in his first 1,000 games with the Yankees. A little context, which isn't diminishing what Judge did, but Ruth did. Ruth did it when the record was 29 homers in a season on his own. Judge did it when the record was 73. That's actually pretty crazy when you really think about it. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Rafael Marchand gets another crack at it, and the 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Marchand's had himself quite a good day today. He'll get on with a long single. That was right over towards the warning track. So, Rafael Marchand with a single and a double this afternoon, and that's certainly good news for the Phillies as well. We have a new pitcher out there for the New York Yankees and also some substitutions as well that we have to get to, and we'll do that momentarily. But the Phillies are going to go back to the top of the batting order. And again, apologies about this. I've got to get back to that. There we go. Pitch to Turner. There's a swing and a miss. Why is this not working? Oh. Because I had it on the wrong screen. There we go. Turner's 0 for 2. He struck out. He also grounded out. He's down in the count 0-1. Hess on the mound for the Yankees. And he throws a curveball that's in the zone for strike 1. So on the bump is Ben Hess. Last season in the minor leagues. Had a 7-4 record. Did go 103 innings. He struck out 139 batters. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's popped up again. This time it's hit out over towards shallow right field. And so the right fielder's there, and he will make the catch. And that is Fernandez who caught it for out number 1. Okay, so let's get this correct. Yanquiel Fernandez is out in right field. Here comes JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 2. And he looks at the curveball that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Yanquiel Fernandez. How would you grade Andrew Painter's performance today, chat? 0-1. That curveball misses. It's taken for ball 1. My letter grade today for Painter, I'm going to go A-. I will go A- for Painter. The 1-1 offering misses high and inside for ball 2. I'm going to go A-. But what say you? Two balls, one strike to Realmuto. And the pitch. There's a curveball swung on and missed. At 78 miles per hour. Two balls, two strikes. I think I got to update the iPad. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. JT in the box. Hess comes set. And deals. And that's low for ball 3. Can't do much better than that. 6 ups and 6 down. Yeah. B+, but to be fair, I can't see the pitches, says Doug. It's fair. That's a fair statement. But based on what you heard, you would say a B+. I think that's pretty fair. 3-2 on the way to JT. And there's a line drive hit out over towards center field. It's going to stay up there, and making the catch for the second out of the inning will be the new center fielder for the Yankees, and that is Ellis, who caught it. And now it's Bohm who comes on up. He struck out and he flied out in this game. And Bohm looks at a four-seamer and takes strike one. Just so that TCU has won 6 of their last 7 games. That's the most Big 12 wins ever by a TCU team over a 7-game stretch. The pitch on the way, there's a line drive hit out to right field. Fernandez goes sliding down, makes the catch just above the turf. And the inning is done. We're going to go to the 7th inning, still tied at 1 apiece. Excellent play by Yanquillo Fernandez. And we'll step aside again and be right back. We're back in the swing of things. We're going to the top of the 7th. We're tied up 1-1. Bryson Stott hit a solo home run out to center field after the Phillies were down 1-0. There was an RBI single by Seth Brown in the top of the 5th. And in the bottom of the 5th, Bryson Stott, as we just mentioned, hit a solo home run. Phillies playing against the Yankees. Phillies are 3-5-1 in spring training so far. At a Baker ballpark, they are 3-1. And the Yankees this year, well, they're 7-2 in spring training. They have a 3-1 record on the road. So, say B+. JJ, do you think if I make Bo a chocolate cake, he will come back? Top of the 7th. The pitch, it's popped up, hit out over towards straightaway center field. The catch is made, and there is out number 1. Phillies have Saltaban now out in center field. Zach Pop is going to pitch once again. As we mentioned before, he had a 4.88 ERA last year. Played with the Blue Jays, the Marlins, the Mariners, and the Mets throughout his tenure as a Major League Baseball player. Palma comes on up to the plate. This is Miguel Palma. 1 out, and here's the pitch. And that is in the zone for strike 1. Let's go. Okay. Hediger is now catching for JT. Carson DeMartini is over at third base. You got Campbell out in right field. Arun Escobar at second. Pedro Leon's out in left field. And Reyes playing over at first base now for Moore. And so those are all the substitutions for the Philadelphia Phillies that they have decided to go with. Rincon's also at short. And forgot to mention, too, they actually have not announced a pinch hitter for the DH, Rafael Marchand. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 7th. Backus is still pitching for the Phillies. He did very well in the last inning. 0-2 pitch. And that cutter reaches 95, and it's another foul ball by McMahon. Is that who's up right now? Vivas is up. And sorry, Zach Pop is pitching. Why doesn't it say Backus is still pitching? The ball is 2 strikes, and here's the next pitch. That is a foul ball towards the first base side. Just mentioned that Zach Pop just came on in. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Spring training always gets confusing, though, with that. Just does. The ball is 2 strikes. Vivas in the box. And the pitch. It's up high for a ball. Tomorrow the Phillies are off. They do not have a spring training game tomorrow. And as we take a look at the calendar, on Tuesday they'll be back. They play against the Rays. They'll be at Charlotte Sports Park at 1:05. And then on Wednesday, they play against Team Canada out at Baycare Ballpark at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Thursday, they play the Red Sox, again at Baycare. Then they play Pittsburgh on Friday at 1:05. The Blue Jays on Saturday. And on Sunday, it's the Twins. 2 balls, 2 strikes, by the way. Pop on the mound. Pop didn't have a good ERA last year, to say the least. But he did have 3 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch. It's down low and away for ball 4. So he was ahead in the count. Then just lost the batter. And Vivas able to get on. Corbett Vivas with a 1-out walk. I could use a chocolate cake. I had one last night. It was pretty good. Top of the 7th, 1 away. And the pitch is up high for a ball. It was a 95-mile-per-hour sinker. It's technically a business. What are we talking about? Professional sports. It is a business. It is indeed a business. You hit the nail on the head with that. I'm not being sarcastic either. Sometimes you forget that. 1-0 pitch. It's popped up, hit in foul territory. Escobar tracks it down, makes the catch, and was able to cut off the first baseman. That was Reyes for out number 2. Got to be so quick with these changes. Rincon, honestly, has had himself quite a good spring training. He's playing over at shortstop for Turner. Get to see him bat again today. That'll be exciting. The pitch. There's a cutter at 96. Swung on and missed by Palma. The ball is 1 strike. The toss back on over to first is not in time. So I'm a little bit confused because they said that on ESPN it says that Kyle Backus is still out there. But they said that Zach Pop came on in. It's really odd. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. That's down for a ball. And he is. Zach Pop is out there on the mound. But on ESPN and on NBC Sports, they both say that Backus is still pitching. What the heck is going on? 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Palma in the box. The next pitch is in there for a strike. The throw to second base is not in time. Behind the plate now for the Phillies is Hediger. Would have been interesting to see him gun somebody out. It's like so confusing, man. That's better. Here's all the Phillies stats today, in case you're just wondering. I'm going to put them up on the scoreboard right now. 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive over the head of the second baseman out to center field. The throw is going to be drawn to the plate. It's way off the line. A run will score, and the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. They get an RBI single from Yanquiel Fernandez. And so that's how they're able to go up 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. That was a big swing, too. Dang it. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. And there's a swing and a miss on a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Got way behind that. And the count is 0-1. They keep saying that Dominguez is up at the plate on ESPN. The ball is 1 strike. Next pitch, another foul ball at 95 miles per hour. We talked about ice cream the other day. Favorite flavor of cake, though, is today's dessert topic. Good evening. I'm having a bud, and I'm listening to you, says Ballboy92. Good to see you on here, man. The ball is 2 strikes. Yanquiel Fernandez is actually now in the box. The 0-2 pitch is another foul ball. So that was Vivas that actually had the RBI single. They say that Fernandez, though, is batting in the 9 hole. And he is. The ball is 2 strikes. The toss back on over to first. And safe is the call. Reyes tried to tag him, but it was a little bit late. Ooh, boy. I like ice cream cake. I like dirt cake as well. Those are really good. 0-2 pitch, line drive, hit past the center fielder towards the left center field alleyway, and another run is going to easily score, and that time it is Yanquiel Fernandez who does get on with an RBI double, and that will make it a 3-1 ball game as the Yankees have piled up 2 runs against Zach Pop in this inning alone. Another one that was left out over the middle of the plate, and so just able to get it on past the center fielder for the Phillies. That was Saltaban who was not able to get there. Caleb Cotham's going to go out there and have a conversation with Zach Pop. Let's go. You have the Yankees money line. What's up, Mickey? How you doing, man? How are you, my guy? Thank you all so much for being on here. And again, folks, we got the Sixers game tonight. Sixers play against the Celtics. That should be a fun one to watch. Going to be a lot of exciting things about that game. We'll see if they can steal one against the Celtics. Again, no Jason Tatum still for Boston. And Joel Embiid is out for at least the next 3 games. But still get to see Tyrese Maxey. Still get to see VJ Edgecombe. They've been so much fun to watch this year. Arguably one of the best backcourts in all of basketball. Duke Ellis is coming up. Again, a runner on over at second. 2 away, top of the 7th. 3-1 lead for the Yankees. And the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Pop does look back at second. And he kicks, fires. And the pitch is a little bit low for a ball. YouTube is really interesting, man. It really is. It's interesting when you study YouTube. 1-1 pitch. Another fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that's going to hit off the top of the Manitank sign. It's going to get by the center fielder, and a plethora of runs are going to come on in now. So that will make it 4-1. It was actually an RBI triple, as there was Fernandez on over at second base. Regardless, though, it's now a 4-1 Yankees lead. Zach Pop just getting tattooed left and right. And Saltaban was not even close to that baseball. Again, just lost it in the sun, but it did end up hitting off the top of the wall. And Rob Thompson is going to say goodbye to Zach Pop as he throws 22 pitches, gives up 3 runs, and we're going to go with a pitch and change. 4-1 Yankees. Man. What do you think about the World Baseball Classic? Is it a good tournament, or is it too much for all the players before the long MLB season starts as ball boy? What are my thoughts about the World Baseball Classic? I think it's great for the sport. I think it's so awesome. I think that, you watch 2022, you go to that final at-bat, Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout. It was cinema. It was storybook, right? And the one thing that I will always appreciate about the sport of Major League Baseball is that there's a lot of storylines. Yeah, there's storylines that there are storylines that are relevant in other sports, right? But baseball is every day. There's a lot of drama. The action is very slow. And I feel like from a content perspective, from a fan base perspective, the World Baseball Classic is just so much fun to watch. They take it very seriously. Guys like to play for their own country. And it's just cool to see guys manage on all sides. You see Albert Pujols managing for the Dominican Republic. There's some really cool things this year that I'm really looking forward to from it. The rosters are really cool. And, yeah, you get to see guys bond. It's not like... To me, it's not like the NBA Olympics. I think that that's a little bit different. I don't necessarily know if it necessarily means the same thing. Maybe it does to some of these other players, but playing for your country for baseball, I just feel like that there's definitely a lot of passion that comes with that, and the other countries really, really take it seriously. Not saying, again, in the other sports that they don't. I'll tell you, hockey in the Olympics has been a lot of fun. It's always been a great Olympic sport. But, yeah, nonetheless, I think that the World Baseball Classic's good for baseball. I do. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th. Martinez Jr. comes on up. That's Ernesto Martinez getting his first crack at it today. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year in Nashville, down in AAA, did have 6 homers and 40 RBI. And a .255 batting average. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. It is free. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Sliding stop by the shortstop. Everybody's going to be safe. It's an RBI infield single. And that'll make it 5-1. As the Yankees grab on another run against the Phillies. Pulido is the new guy pitching for the Phillies. Get you more info about him in just a little bit. But it's now a 5-1 game. Oh, man. Come on. This is brutal. Still a lot of good out of this that I would take from the pitching side. Obviously not the hitting side of things today. 1 ball, no strikes. The only positive from hitting today, I would say that the player at the plate today was Bryson Stott. Not just because he had the solo homer, but he made solid contact again a couple of times, and he's had a very good spring training. So that is a positive that I do definitely take away. And Rafael Marchand, offensively. A double, a single, got a couple of hangers, was able to put the ball in play. Gabrielson's going to get hit by a pitch, and that'll extend the inning once more. Leonard Gabrielson, who came on in to play left field for Jason Dominguez, now playing over at first base. And the DH will come on up. It was Paul DeYoung before. Once the new man steps on into the box, let you know who it is. It's Henry. The pitch to Henry, and that is way inside. That's Peyton Henry, who's actually on the Phillies. He's now 28 years old. Daniel Pulido, 23 years old, on the bump for the Phillies. Right-handed pitcher, 6 feet 1 inch tall, is now down in the count 2-0. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Duke Ellis, that name just sounds like he should be playing. He should have been playing in the 30s and the 40s. Duke Ellis. Gosh. Peyton Henry did have 47 RBI last year in the minor leagues. Also batted .247 as well. The 2-1 pitch from Pulido. There's a line drive diving catch made over at third, and the inning is finally over. Carson DeMartini with an excellent defensive play, but nonetheless, the Yankees do come away with 4 runs in the top of the 7th, a very long inning, and the Phillies are coming back up to the plate. We'll see what they can do once they come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. That feels a little bit better. Just had to turn on the fan in here. Andrew Painter again, 20 pitches this afternoon, 14 strikes. He did go 2 innings, gave up no hits, and struck out a batter. No walks as well. Next man up to bat is going to be Dylan Campbell for the Phillies, playing out in right field. Hess is still pitching, they say on NBC Sports, for the Yankees. 0-1 pitch. It's a dribbler. It's fouled over towards the left side. And so the count is 0-2. Marks just send him down to the minors. Yeah, didn't have a good one today. Did not have a good one today. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Campbell in the box. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Hess kicks, fires. There's a grounder hit over to short, and the throw on over to first base is in plenty of time, and there is out number 1. Nice little backhanded play there, and Campbell is retired. I saw something that was actually kind of cool that I saw. I don't know if you guys follow NYY Underground. His name is Pete. Pete does a really good job. There's a lot of really great Yankees content creators. Of course, Max Coverage TV being another one of them. Felix Reyes is in the box. No balls, 1 strike. Make sure you guys go check them out, especially if you are Yankees fans. The 0-1, and that's inside and high for a ball. But something that Pete does, like every year, is he has I don't know how he does it, but he like rents out a suite that he does, and like people that view the channel and stuff like come on out to the park, and they're able to like go like on into the suite, and they like rent it out for a game. And I feel like that would be really cool if we could do that. They're not cheap though. 2-1 pitch. That's a sinker that's at the knees for strike 2. But what do you guys think about that idea? I think that would be pretty cool, but what do you guys think about that? 2-2. That's outside and low for ball 3. If we did something like that in the summertime, would you guys actually be interested in coming? 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is Felix Reyes who was up to bat. The 3-2 on the way, swing and a foul ball. That pitch came running inside. So the count is full. Larry says that's an awesome idea. They ain't cheap, though. They're really not cheap. But I think it'd be so sick. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. There to track it down to make the grab is the center fielder for the Yankees, Duke Ellis. And that's out number 2. Doug says that would be cool. Larry says that would be cool. Trying to just like spitball ideas because, again, like I really am like trying to just think about like what other ways can we try to expand this, you know? Something that's obviously affordable, something that might be like a really cool idea. Like I don't just like want to do stuff from my bedroom anymore, if that makes sense. Like I want to do stuff on the go, that type of stuff. Arun Escobar comes up, and here's the 0-1. That's a foul ball. I'm like always thinking. And baseball, what's cool about baseball is that, again, with all the downtime that we can have these types of conversations. I think that, again, that's what makes baseball such a really unique sport, right? Is that, yeah, the action's there, but there's so much dead time. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Arun Escobar. Hess, again, deals, and that's a little bit low. And taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom of the 7th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 3 to Arun Escobar. But he will challenge this. Thought it was at the knees. We'll see again. That was clearly a strike. So he's down looking. And we're going to go to the 8th inning. 5-1 Yankees. But yeah, just try and like out of the box types of ideas, that type of stuff. And again, if you guys have any more ideas, please like let me know. I'll be near Philly for about a week at July 4th, but taking care of my 90-year-old mother, don't think I can get to a game, says Larry. Okay. Near July 4th. Okay. That's cool. That's cool that you're coming down. Or coming up, I guess, for you. But yeah. 90-year-old mother. Wow. She's in AC, correct? Atlantic City? And again, you don't have to say. But I thought you did say it on stream. I'm trying to be like a little bit more mindful of like not trying to, you know, if people say stuff off stream, like I try to keep things off stream, but I'm pretty sure that you did say that on stream, and I probably should not have said that. Damn it. I feel bad. Live and learn, no. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Yankees are up 5-1 against the Phillies. In case you're wondering how we got here, Seth Brown had an RBI single in the top of the 5th. Bryson Stott hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 5th. And then in the top of the 7th, the Yankees ended up getting 4 runs. One was on an RBI triple by Duke Ellis. Then you also had an RBI double from Yanquiel Fernandez. And then it was Ernesto Martinez who got himself an RBI single in the top of the 7th as well. And to start off the inning, it was Miguel Palma who ended up getting on with an RBI single too. 5-minute timeout for JJ. Yeah, I guess so. The pitch, here it comes, and there's a swing and a miss. He went around. So the count is 0-1. Yeah, I feel bad. The ball is 1 strike. Top of the 8th, Shugart on the mound. And the pitch is popped up out over towards shallow center field, and that is going to take a bounce. The slide was just a little bit late. And there's an RBI. There's a bloop single to start off the 8th inning. And that was Short, who came on up to the plate. Is that Zach Short for the Yankees? It is. He's now 30 years old. I remember Zach Short. Short was on the Tigers. That's right. He played with the Tigers from 2021 to 2022. Then he played for the Mets, the Braves, the Red Sox, and the Astros. 1 ball, no strikes. Vivas in the box. The toss back on over to first. It is not in time. She's in Manayunk. I think it's a Philly suburb. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 8th inning, 5-1 lead for the Yankees. The next pitch. There's a line drive out to center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Vivas able to get on once again today. Yankees offense has been doing very well late here. And runners will now be at first and second. You know what's missing from today's baseball? Good nicknames. Good conversation starter. Who does have the best nickname in baseball right now? The best nickname in baseball. Top of the 8th. Here's a bunt that's thrown down by Shoemaker. That was a pretty good bunt. The throw on over to first base is in time. And there's out number 1. So that will put runners over at second and third. And she's a Manayunk. Yeah, I feel bad. I hope I didn't mean the docks. One gone, top of the 8th. Oh, Manayunk is in Philly. Yes, yeah. Why did I say Manayunk? New Jersey. It's like right off of 76, right? The pitch. This ball's popped up, and that's hit over towards the first base side, and that is going to be caught for out number 2. And the runner at third is going to stay. Chase Shugart last year with the Pirates. 35 games, a 4-3 record on the mound. The Durantula. It's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good nickname. Yanquiel Fernandez, 1-for-1 with an RBI double back in the 7th, and also a run scored as well. Right on the Schuylkill River. Yep. 76. 1 ball, no strikes. Shugart with his 8th pitch. Here it comes. And there's a ground ball sliding stop by the second baseman. He gets up. He throws it over to first. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies are down by 4 runs, 5-1 Yankees. And more coming on up in just a little bit of time. Man. Feels like it's been a long game. We've been streaming for, 2.5 hours? 2 hours and 29 minutes to be exact. Dude, I don't know how some of these streamers do it. I really don't. I mean, I understand, that a lot of them do this for, their whole entire career, which I get. But, I'm watching, some of these streamers, and some of them just, go for, 12 hours. And I'm like, how do you do it? How do you sleep? Doing it consistently. 3 times a week. They just do, 12-hour streams. How? It's crazy. It's, wild to me. Sometimes I'm like, should I stream more? But then I'm like, it's, I definitely need my downtime. And, I don't know. It's just, it's a very interesting thing to me. I know that everybody's different, and I understand that, but damn, that's just wild. It's so crazy to me. But what Grassi did was really cool. All those hours of streaming, to raise money for charity. That's so sick. That's really cool. But even he's taking a break now, Daniel, what's going on, man? How are you? Grover Cleveland Alexander's name was Pete. His nickname was Pete. I don't get it. Could have been more creative. Charlie Hustle is probably one of the best nicknames in all of sports. It's a really good one. Bottom of the 8th. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Brian's here. What's up, Brian? How are you? I'm a Yankee fan from Long Island. Played baseball at FSU. Well, shout out to you for coming on here, man. I really appreciate that. Yankees lead 5-1. Kedon Kettinger is coming on up. He's playing catcher now for the Phillies. It's now 1-1 strike. De Los Santos is on the mound. Remember when the Phillies had Enyel De Los Santos? This is his brother, Yerry De Los Santos. 1-1 pitch. That sinker misses at 93. Oh, no, we aren't doing any better here. This is Nkanu. It's just a dream, my friend. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Edinger in the box. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And there's the 1-2. That's outside for ball 2. Has anyone ever made a bunt cake before? 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. And there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Hediger goes after a changeup. Super random question. Oil Can Boyd. Who's that? I forgot that you're a Sox fan. I totally forgot about that, man. They just gave up the lead. Yikes. 1 ball, no strikes to Carson DeMartini. Oil Can. Every time I think of Oil Can, I think about the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 8th, in the pitch to DeMartini. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. That'll stay in the ballpark. And there is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. I prefer lawn ball cake. I was trying to set somebody up for that joke. But I never had bunt cake before. Somebody actually, another streamer, like what they did was, which was so cool. She's a baker. As the pitch, this ball's grounded over towards short. The throw on over to first is in time, and that is going to end the inning. We're going to go to the 9th inning. It's 5-1, and so we go to the top of the 9th. Somebody that is like a baking streamer, what she did was, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sleeping Beauty, but that cake that they made, like the fairies, where it was like tilted over, like a birthday cake with that they tried to do for Aurora. She actually like designed, she did a stream like where she replicated that cake, and it was so good. It looked so good, and it looked just like it. It was pretty good. How do you watch the game live? You got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be at the stadium. Or you got to have MLB.TV. This one. Larry, do you remember The Bird? The Bird, the movie The Bird with Alfred Hitchcock? Starter pitch for the 86 World Series team. Cool. Baltimore is up 8-7, man. You can only watch it live if you are in one of the markets. MLB has a few live free games on their site, but this game is not one of them. You can always go. But yes, MLB.TV. It's clutch. Cable's also clutch, too. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. Again, it's a 5-1 Yankees game. So they take on the Phillies. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe again, folks. Jonathan Hernandez is going to pitch for the Phillies. 127 games in his MLB career. 13-8 record. A 1.44 whip. And the pitch. And there's a strike called that reaches 84 miles per hour on the outside corner. Duke Ellis, who had an RBI triple back in the 7th and scored a run, is up for his 3rd time today. Hernandez comes set and deals, and there's a swing and a miss. There's a lot of Hernandezes that have played baseball. I just realized that. Teoscar Hernandez, Kike Hernandez, Felix Hernandez, Levon Hernandez. Gosh, there's a lot. 0-2. That's down for a ball. Am I missing another Hernandez? One-two pitch. It's down and in for ball 2. There was Jose Fernandez. Can't think of any other Hernandezes. Roberto Hernandez, right? 2-2. Swing and a miss. And so there's one out here in the top of the 9th. And Hernandez will get his first strikeout of the game. Let's go. Bun cake tastes just like corn dogs. That's very funny. Very funny. One out, top of the 9th. Troll. The pitch. That's a line drive foul ball. JJ, you got to watch some of the some videos of the bird. I almost said the big bird. He was something else. Mark the Bird Fitterich, 70s phenomenal pitcher for the Tigers. Won 19 games as a rookie. Then got injured and was never the same. was nutty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ernesto Martinez in the box. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here we go. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And now the count is 1-2. Yankees up 5-1 in the top of the 9th. Who's batting? It's literally up on the screen, my friend. The 1-2 pitch. And that is in there for strike 3. And there is out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 9th. And Hernandez is able to get back-to-back strikeouts. So there's 2 away. Sorry, I didn't mean to come off mean there. I really did not. But yeah, it's up on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. But the Yankees are up to bat. 5-1. Top of the 9th, 2 away. Gabrielson is up, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Cole Gabrielson, who got hit by a pitch back in the 7th, playing out in left field, came on in for Jason Dominguez. 2 away, and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. That was a slider at 88 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. Got a little wrap-up after this. We'll talk about the Phillies. We'll talk about the good and the bad, as we always do. But a lot of good today from Andrew Painter, and I think that there's more positives than negatives. 0-2. It's down and in for ball 1. And then don't forget, tonight we got the Sixers game. We call Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football on here. And we'll also be doing March Madness and the World Baseball Classic, too. Which, by the way, starts this week. The 1-2 pitch. It's inside. And that is taken for ball 2. So now the count is 2-2. Be blazing with the gifted membership right now. Philly's finest. Congratulations. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit back over towards the mound, and the throw on over to first base is in time. We're going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 5-1 Yankees. Last chance for the Phils. Just 3 hits today for the Philadelphia Phillies. 9 for the Yankees. They've put up 4 runs since the 7th inning. Oh, man. 1 more sub till we get to the 83-20 marker. Let's go. Let's get some life in this chat. Let's go, baby. It's already March 1st, man. It's already March 1st. Crazy. Let's go, baby. And be blazing, thanks again for the gifted membership. Salute to you. I might be in for tonight's game. Tatum might be back tonight, says Nkanu. He's not. Nkanu, he is not back tonight. Just wanted to let you know. I said it a couple of times, but you probably weren't here. But yes, he is back for. He's not back for tonight's game. He was listed as out. They ruled him out yesterday. So, and there's no Embiid either. But still, Jaylen Brown should be cool. Jaylen Brown's had himself a very, very good season. I did not expect. Everybody was talking about how he was like the most overpaid role player. He is like low-key shutting up all the doubters, really. And he's not getting the love that he deserves. And, you know, you think about the Boston market, usually like they're very loud about those types of things, but from a national perspective, I should say, let me take that back. Not from the Boston market. I don't want to throw a shot at them, but the national market really has not been talking much about Jaylen Brown. And he's had such a great year. And the Celtics are nowhere near their record if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown. You know? Yes, he has. He's been so good. Bottom of the ninth. And so, Phillies have their last chance. First pitch is a foul ball. Arias is on the mound facing Brian Rincon. Michael Arias, 3-0 last year in the minors with a 2.73 earned run average. The ball is one strike, and here's the pitch, and that's a fastball at 97. Rincon was late. Brian, with Jersey Shore last year in high A, had 6 homers and 31 RBI. Curious to see if he starts off in double A this year, or what the story is going to be with that. And the Orioles do lead at 8-7. They're playing against the Red Sox. Once the stream is done, we're going to go on over to BW's channel, and we'll send a redirect over his way. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And so there's one out here in the bottom of the ninth. One gone. Rincon is down on strikes, and Hettinger is up to bat again. Just a reminder, if you are coming on for the Sixers game tonight, again, for some reason, the algorithm doesn't always necessarily let people know that we are live for the Sixers game. So just we'll be on at 7:45. That's when we'll start our stream. And the game will begin at 8:10. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. I did not make a stream beforehand. Probably should have just done that. Whatever, you live and you learn. No balls, one strike to Pedro Leon. And the next pitch is wide for ball one. One ball, one strike. Doesn't JJ's usual display the batter's names and who's up? It does, but we're doing something different this year. And honestly, I've talked about. I don't know if you heard this, as the 1-1 is inside for ball two, but during the regular season, our sub is not even going to look like this. It's going to be a little bit different. We're bringing back the vertical streams too. For those of you that do want to tune on the vertical side, you most certainly can. 2-1, and that's a foul ball. But we are doing a totally different setup this year, and it's not even going to look like this. So I'm curious as to how it's going to go. I'm going to have to find a way during the first regular season game to test it out. I don't know if there's a Sixers game on that night. I think that there is. But hopefully it'll finish, and then I'll be able to test it once that game is done. But I'm really going to have to do that. I'm going to have to take that game and do it. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball three. And so the count is now full at 3-2. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Pedro Leon in the box. Arias with the next pitch. It's upstairs for ball four. And a one-out walk to Pedro Leon. But yes, usually it does. I totally agree, JJ. My boys on WEEI have said the same thing. Not getting the love from fans is Nkanu. It's kind of sad in a sense. I mean, look, Tyrese Maxey, and I love Tyrese Maxey, but Tyrese Maxey is getting even more love than Jaylen Brown. And whether you agree with that or not, the thing is that what Jaylen Brown is doing is incredible. And for that to not get, like, any, it just gets brushed up on. What Tyrese Maxey's doing is incredible, too. I don't want to diminish him either, because he deserves love. But you would think that, I guess that my point is that you would think it would usually be the opposite, right? Like a Boston player gets a lot more love than a Sixers player does from the national media. Just find that kind of ironic, you know? No balls, 2 strikes to Saltaban. Arias comes set at the belt again, and the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. A fastball down the middle. He was late. That was at 97 miles per hour, and there's 2 gone. Arias gets his second strikeout of the inning, and it's all up to Dylan Campbell. So he is representing the final outs. Come on, Dylan. Campbell grounded out in the 7th. And the first pitch that he takes is off the plate for ball one at 96 miles per hour. Actually, he's balling out. He is. 1-0 pitch. It's down and in for ball two. That was at 96 again. He missed pretty badly. Be blazing, you are the man. I know B Blazin's going to be on tonight. It's going to be like, let's go Sixers, baby. 2 balls, no strikes. And here's a fastball again on the outside corner for strike one. That one reached 97. Come on. Let's go. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left center field. It's going back towards the track, and it's going to hit off the top of the wall. The Phillies will get another run out of this. It goes out over towards right center field. Pedro Leon is going to come on in to score. Heading on over to third base for the Phillies is Dylan Campbell. And so that's an RBI triple for him. And the Phillies do get themselves a run back. Not done. And that pitch was down the middle. It hit off the Budweiser sign out in left center field. And here's Arun Escobar, who takes up high and away for ball one at 97 miles per hour. Let's go. Oh, man. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And there's a line drive out to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And the tying run is coming up to the plate. Campbell is waved home. It's 5-3 Yankees. Let's go. One swing could tie it up now. Another nice little piece of hitting there. Looks like he got a pitch towards the inside corner. It kind of jammed him a little bit, but he fought it off. Was able to go the opposite way. And that was Saltaban that got on. Now it's Arun Escobar, who takes a fastball at 97, and it's upstairs for ball one. So now it's 1 ball and no strikes. Let's get that rally going. Come on, man. We'll take it. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and that's going to be caught, and the ball game is over. So the Phillies do make it interesting here in the bottom of the 9th. They do put up 2 runs, but they fall short to the Yankees and lose by a final score of 5-3. And the Yankees able to get themselves their 8th win of spring training. Phillies now 3-6-1. And so that will do it. The player of the game, though, for the Phillies, you got to go with Andrew Painter. No doubt about it. 2 innings, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, 14 strikes on 20 pitches. It's his first spring training start that he's had since March 1st of 2023. And he did so well today on the mound. We'll break it all down. We'll talk more about it. Obviously, the Phillies are off on Monday. They will be back on Tuesday, and then they play against Team Canada on Wednesday, and then the Red Sox on Thursday. So that is the schedule ahead. All the games at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time in the afternoon, and we'll have you covered for all those games that are coming on up. They are off tomorrow, so no Phillies game until Tuesday. We obviously have a Sixers-Celtics game tonight, so again, come on for that. Would really appreciate that. But yes, let's try to talk about this game overall. If you are leaving, though, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Again, appreciate you guys so much for being on here. So yeah, my overall thoughts today. The offense was very quiet. I'm not really surprised about that. I kind of wish that Trey Turner had himself a better day today. He's had a pretty good spring training overall. Today, though, he was just very behind on the fastball. He couldn't catch up to a couple of heaters that were thrown by Will Warren, so he looked a little bit off balance. He did ground out to the mound in the third after he struck out in the first, and then he flied out over to right field. Looked like he got a fastball again and just got underneath it. His timing was a little bit off today, but again, just good to see him back out there on the diamond. Defensively, he's done a pretty good job over at short, which has been something that I've been looking for in this spring training. I have not seen any errors, and I don't want to jinx that, but yes, if there are times to make mistakes, now is the time. But the fact that I've seen him play actually average over at shortstop, I would actually say that is a step in the right direction for Trey Turner. So, again, take it with a grain of salt. Let me know what you think about that. But his defense, at least from what I've seen, has been all right. It has not been bad. But his timing was a little bit off today. Bryson Stott continues to swing the bat very well. He lined out to center in the second inning. He got robbed on the base hit. It was an excellent diving catch by Trent Grisham. He also had another home run today. He also flied out to center field as well. The pop is starting to show a little bit for Bryson Stott, which has been kind of a surprise for me. I don't know, again, if he can keep this up, but another step in the right direction for him to get off to a good start. Yes, do we have to see this stuff in the regular season? Of course we do. But for him to just be able to produce now and not even get off to a cold start, which would you rather have? Because then the talks would be, well, Bryson Stott has really struggled in this spring training so far. So he sucks. He stinks, right? So he can only, again, you can only play the teams that are out in front of you. You can only... you can't control the schedule. You can't control the high-leverage games. You can't control when the regular season starts. So, again, I see it as a step in the positive direction for Bryson Stott. But let me know what you guys think about that, too. Another person that had a good day was Rafael Marchand. He had a double. He yanked one right down the right field line and also turned on a pitch that was a little bit towards the outside corner of the plate and was able to slice it out to right field, too. He played at the DH position today. You need Rafael Marchand to be the backup. I think that if the regular season started tomorrow, I think that he would be on the roster over Garrett Stubbs. But I really want him to have a nice spring training. I think that if he becomes a nice contact hitter, if he can just sort of turn the lineup over when JT is not playing and he can get you some deep at-bats, if you will, and make good contact with the baseball, try to just put the ball in play, I think that that's okay. I don't need him to bat 270. I don't need him to hit like 20 home runs. I don't need him to constantly drive in runs. I need him to try to find ways to get on base at least like not I wouldn't say like once a game, but once every 2 games or so. At the very, very least, whenever he does start. So I need positive steps from him, and I thought that he looked fine today. Thought he did a pretty good job. Who else? De La Cruz got a little bit behind today. Rojas did not have a good day. I was a little bit bummed out about that. I wanted him to sort of take more steps forward. I was a little bit surprised that he didn't bunt today. I know that there was nobody on base both of the times that he did try it, but again, like if you're going to try something, now's the time to do it. So I was just a little bit shocked that wasn't necessarily worked on today. I really haven't seen a lot of these guys running on the base pads. That's also been a little bit concerning to me too. When I've been watching Justin Crawford, when he gets on base with a single, I want to see him run. I want to see him steal bags on the bases, and the fact that the Phillies really have not been letting some of these guys go in certain situations, it's sort of, again, like now's the time to do that. Now's the time to experiment with, you're going to go on an 0-1 pitch that's a fastball down low, like off of a very good catcher. I kind of want to see more decision-making, and I want to see more really good base running, especially with Justin Crawford. Now's the time to pursue that too. Crawford did not play today, but I'm just saying in general, that's been a little bit disappointing. Now's the time to practice small ball. Pitching-wise today, Andrew Painter was great. Andrew Painter did very well. At-bat by at-bat, thought that he came heating out of the gates. I really was just overall impressed with his demeanor, with the way that he was able to attack out there. And he got himself ahead in counts. The one nice thing that I thought again, if I were to just pinpoint one moment that he had today, there was a time in that first inning where he was facing, the third batter that he faced was Jason Dominguez. And Dominguez was fouling off a couple of pitches. He got 2 four-seamers in a row, which were more towards the lower part of the plate, towards the inside corner. And after he threw 2 fastballs, he decides to go with a slider out over the middle of the plate. And Dominguez did not anticipate that, but that slider looked really, really deceptive. The way that he threw it, the way that that pitch just dipped, I thought it was going to be a little bit flat, and it was going to be, horizontal, if you will, but the angle that it took was really good. It had a lot of life to it. The curveball that he threw was also really nice as well. When he got ahead in the count, and specifically in that at-bat, this guy put it on the outside corner, and it looked like it was going to be a little bit high, but then it just, again, had this nice trajectory that ended up going towards the outside corner, and I was very impressed about that. So the selection, the command, it's going to have to be good as the season does go on. And there's times, of course, where during the middle of the season, you're going to see guys solve him, right? You're going to want to know, how does he do in the stretch? And in certain situations, right, if he's out there for the 5th inning, can he get himself out of a jam? He has to learn. He has to grow. And he has to blossom. And we'll see how he does. But it was a good start today. He got off on the right foot. He looked very calm, cool, and collected out there on the mound. I was happy that JT caught for him, because they're going to have to get reps. They're going to have to get chemistry. And if there's any catcher that I think can actually help elevate his game, Andrew Painter, I think it is JT. So that's nice. Good stuff from Andrew Painter today. And we'll see how he does in his next outing, which they haven't announced yet, but I'm curious as to what Rob has to say about that. Jose Alvarado today was able to get into the triple digits. I honestly, this might just be me. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I am not necessarily a fan, especially if from a Jose Alvarado perspective, I really don't want him firing 100 and throwing his arm out now. Does that make sense? I hope maybe that's me being a little bit nitpicky here, but I was fine with him getting up to 97, 98 with the sinker in his last outing, and the velocity has certainly gone up, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling that, with these veteran pitchers, I don't really want them to throw out their arms, and I don't want them to, go too high with these pitches. I'd rather have them sort of build that up as the season goes on. But that might be stupid. That might be taken upon as what are you, nuts, JJ? But that's just my 2 cents on it. He did pitch pretty well today. He had 2 or 3 pitches where he did reach in the triple digits. But he did have a very good outing. The slider was good. The cutter looked pretty nice as well. I was very impressed with what he was able to do. The only thing is that he lost Max Schumann in that at-bat in the 3rd inning and ended up walking him. He was ahead in the count. He had a couple of pitches to play with, but he did end up, Schumann ended up fouling off a couple of pitches and worked up an 11-pitch at-bat, and I will give him credit for that. But, yes, that was the only thing, is that he gave up that walk, but he got himself out of that inning too. So that was nice. Tanner Banks and Jonathan Bolin looked pretty good out of the pen. Zach Bacus was also fine. I like what I'm seeing from the bullpen so far. Tanner Banks, you need him to be a good lefty this year. There's going to be times where Alvarado's not available, and you're going to have to go to Tanner Banks in an 8th inning situation when Shohei Ohtani is up to bat, and you're going to get that lefty-lefty spot if they decide to use Alvarado earlier, because if a pitcher is pitching bad, whatever the situation is, Tanner Banks is going to have to be another high-leverage lefty guy that they go to out of the pen. And overall, I think he's done an all right job in spring training. He did give up 1 run the other day. Today, though, the fastball was fine. The command was not an issue as well. A lot of soft contact, that type of stuff. So good stuff from him. Jonathan Bolin's been impressing me in spring training so far, too. Maybe this is a guy who's going to battle for that final bullpen spot. there definitely needs to be a fight for that. And Jonathan Bolin throwing 94, 95 with his fastball. Off-speed stuff has looked pretty sharp too. I've been very impressed with how he's been able to manufacture outs as well. He did allow the double to J.C. Esquera, and that was a pitch right down the middle. It was a fastball. He most certainly saw that pitch coming, but he got himself out of the jam. He got George Lombard ahead in the count. He went with 2 sliders in a row. Then he decided to throw 2 fastballs that were a little bit off the plate. And then he finally decided to go to that sinker, and that reached 96, and he got him to strike out on that. So, again, how do you bounce back when you get yourself into jams, and what are you able to do when pressure comes? Thought he did very well again today. And I would not be surprised if the Phillies actually do use him towards the back end of that bullpen, not in high leverage spots, but one of those guys that, if you need somebody to go in the 11th inning because you use Alvarado, you use Duran, that type of a thing, maybe this guy's the guy. It might be a little bit too premature to say, but the pitching was great today, and Jonathan Bolin continues to be another guy that I keep on my radar as far as making it to the opening day roster. Other than that, the hitting was not so good. I was not happy again with how things were looking. Will Warren did get himself into a groove. But as the season goes on, we have seen at times last year where this offense has just gone so quiet. And that really cannot happen this year. If the Phillies are going to want to make noise, their bats cannot go silent, especially against average pitchers. We've seen guys like Mackenzie Gore or like these average types of pitchers look like Hall of Famers against the Phillies, and sometimes that happens to other ball clubs too, but it happened more so than not last year to the Phillies, and that just cannot be a thing this year. So the offense needs to be doing better. Again, Adolis Garcia did not have a good day today, got on top of a couple of pitches, just mistimed the fastball a little bit. He's only had one good spring training game so far, but I have not been happy with how he has played offensively. Defensively, he's been okay. I also forgot to mention, too, that Rojas lost track of a fly ball out in center field. It was very sunny out there, and the ball did go way over towards his right side. He was not even close to it, but the defense from Rojas needs to be something else that's talked about, too, because when he came on up, everybody talked about how great of a defensive player he was. Well, we all will always remember the bases loaded line out that he caught in the playoffs in the NLDS, but really ever since that year, he's been not so impressive in the field. Just has not been impressive at all. But yeah, that's all I got, man. That's literally it. I hope that you guys, though, are doing well, and I hope that you got to enjoy this game with me. Again, the Phillies will be back in action on Tuesday. But, yeah, that's pretty much all that I got. What else do we got in the chat? Before I sign off, I do want to say again to everybody in the chat, thank you all so much for being on here. Be blazing. Thank you again for the gifted membership. That was so nice. It's great. And with that, we are going to wrap it up. All right, I love you guys. Lila Tove, see you on later tonight for the 76ers game. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye.